I haven't made a video since Donnie 47 became official, and there's certainly been plenty of things to talk about. I've just been enjoying what kind of seems like the first real major W in years. And why the obvious subject matter for a person that does entertainment and political comedy would be to laugh and make fun of all the people that are melting down. And I've certainly been enjoying it myself, don't get me wrong. And though I'm not criticizing anybody that has been pointing that out because I've been laughing at it, it just hasn't been something that felt right for me to do. I haven't figured out why until now. It's because all I really wanted was the W. And though I feel differently posting about the meltdowns of people that have been pushing for that narrative, not just like everyday citizens, people like the pundits and so forth, I'm just excited looking forward to be making jokes that are acknowledging and celebrating W's versus making jokes as a way of coping with a consistent stream of L's. And though I will and have certainly posted some meltdowns and will continue to do that, because if they had won, they would have rubbed it in our face as they did in 2020 and would certainly do again way worse. But generally speaking, I think the vast majority of people, and not even just people on the right, don't really find people that disagree with them to be their enemy by any stretch. So I do think it's important to highlight people that are so unhinged that they're giving advice to people to lose friends or lose family members over this type of disagreement. It's like sad and dark beyond comedy. So I really haven't been finding comedy or joy in the people that are screaming and scared and crying and upset. Like, I don't want them to be scared and confused. The only meltdowns I'm really finding joy in is the people that pushed the other narrative. Like, if you demonized Donnie's policies, other Donnie supporters, the right in general, yeah, like, it's hilarious watching you melt down. But if you're just an average citizen that's just scared and in many ways misinformed, I feel more bad for you than I laugh at your despair. So when doing the discernment to figure out which video was appropriate, it's like, yes, make fun of The View, any pundit, whatever. But the average everyday citizen that's screaming and scared, it just hasn't seemed funny. Because now that the dust has settled, it seems only fair to say that I, for one, have criticized Donnie many times. Don't think that he's perfect. Has made many mistakes, and some would say willful mistakes. But I think anybody, even his harshest critic, owes him at least the willingness to want him to succeed this time, and should at least be able to acknowledge that the moves that he's made thus far and the things that he's saying thus far have certainly been markedly different. And if and when he does things that I disagree with, I certainly won't be afraid to call it out, as so many other people have. But I do think it's hard to acknowledge how much different his approach has already been, at least seemingly than it would have been in 2020. I just wish everybody, including people that voted against him, would really give him a chance. Of course, there's always going to be somebody that disagrees with me. It just is part of the game here. Somebody is going to say he's a puppet, he's controlled, he's in bed with some certain country or whatever. And yes, that certainly may be true. And there certainly are indicators to suggest that he is imperfect, as I and many others have alluded to. But I really just don't think that we had any other better option. And that's really what it comes down to, is like, people want to zap him. And it's like, what was the other preferred solution? Like, can't we just celebrate the W for now and say, hey, we got RFK, we got Elon, we got maybe Ron Paul on board, we got Vivek in the camp, you got all these smart people. It's like, shouldn't we at least give them the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, maybe you've made all these mistakes. Maybe you made willful mistakes. Maybe you were in bed with the wrong folks. But like, are you exactly the same person that you were 4 years ago? And if you are, did you manage tens of thousands of people in a bureaucratic mess? So with all that being said, I'm certainly excited about the prospect of what will be. And though you will definitely see me making fun of The View and the pundits and all the people that said that Donnie was going to be a dictator and all that, and I certainly don't think this is over. I think they're going to come at him with the 14th Amendment. I think they're going to come at him in the courts. I wouldn't be surprised if this is far from over. I'm not going to really sit pretty until January 21st. I, for one, am just basking in the W of the new media being us, about us really overtaking the power of the celebrities, the major influential types, the pundits, the mainstream media, and all those narratives. Like, we won. And with that W, albeit perhaps temporary, has come this very peaceful sense of just joy and satisfaction that we even made it here. I'm just like so enamored by the fact that we got this, that I just have a tough time even being burdened by any of what is currently been. I'm excited to see, celebrate, and laugh along with what hopefully will be a great golden age for America, and hopefully a massive radical shift that will affect the people in marked ways going forwards, even the ones that disagreed with Donnie to begin with. Because if it comes to turn around, that the economy does turn and people become healthier and the food system changes and the health system changes and the taxes change and the incomes increase and the wars start to stop, I do think that even for your most outspoken leftist, it will be hard for them to deny it, even though they may not publicly, that this was actually the success and the W that we all needed. And we don't need them to celebrate it with us or acknowledge it, but I do think that they, even though some are manic, that they will see it. And really that's all that matters. Because I, like so many others, have been very frustrated, upset, angry for the last 4 years at watching our country get eroded right before our eyes, get lied to, gaslit, and all the rest. And I'm just so excited and happy to see a potential change, that finding joy in all these people being like scared, sad, and upset, even if they disagree with us, just isn't getting me any higher than I already am. So with that, I'll just close by saying I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful that I was able to be even a 0.0000001% influence in this election, more so than I was able to do in 2020, because my following was considerably smaller. And I'm just one in a pool of so many people, and really my voice is meaningless without all of you, the people that watch, the people that share, the people that contribute. I'm just so thankful that no matter how we did it, we did it. I don't want any credit, and I'm sure all the other content creators, they don't really either. Really, I can speak for myself, but I think that all of us, we just wanted the W, and I'm so thankful for that. And with that, I will also just say, for all the people that are finding joy in like stirring the pot and getting all the smoke and posting things like, oh, like my body, his choice, just to rub their snout in it, you're not helping anybody. I completely disagree with that strategy, and I think that it means that you really didn't care as much about the hell. What you cared about was the gas. And that's not something that you're going to see me doing. I wanted the W. We got the W. I'm going to laugh going forward, and I'm going to celebrate this, and I'm going to point out all of the pundits that said the worst things imaginable about us and laugh about that. But really, the outlook going forward is entertainment, uplifting, and celebrating the W's as we continue to make great strides forward. America won, we are the media now, and I'm excited for what happens next.